Call to order this Town of Monument Town Council special meeting, Wednesday, April 26, 2023. Please rise for the pledge.
Flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Erickson, will you take roll, please?
Mayor LaKine,
Here.
Councilmember Romanello,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem King,
Here.
Councilmember Kimple, Councilmember Kimple, okay, I will come back. Councilmember Chronic,
Here.
Councilmember Abbott,
Here.
Councilmember Fiorito is noted absent with prior notice. And Councilmember Kimple, Councilmember Kimple, can you hear me?
Yeah, raise your hand or type in the chat. All right, sorry, stand by. We're having some technical difficulties. Councilmember Kimple, do you want to exit and come back in? Maybe that'll help. Don't know if he can hear us.
I'm sorry, did you say that again?
What? Never mind. We hear you now.
So I'm doing roll call, so Councilmember Kimple.
Present.
Thank you.
Okay. We have an agenda. Any modifications to the agenda? Okay, seeing none, looking for a motion for the agenda.
Move to accept the agenda.
Motion, second.
Second.
Got a motion, a second. Ms. Erickson?
Mayor Pro Tem King,
Yes.
Councilmember Kimple,
Yes.
Councilmember Romanello,
Yes.
Councilmember Abbott,
Yes.
Mayor LaKine,
Yes.
Councilmember Chronic.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, first up, disclosures of conflict of interest. Mr. Cole?
Yes, are you able to hear me all right?
Yes, we can hear you.
Great. So your charter, as we had discussed last meeting, your charter requires a disclosure of potential conflicts of interest by any council member on matters that are on the agenda for the meeting. We received a disclosure from Mayor LaKine related to agenda items 4A and 5A. The disclosure was filed with the Colorado Secretary of State, provided to Mayor Pro Tem King and myself, as required by the charter, and is before all of the council members tonight. Again, based on your charter requirements, the council is required to vote on whether to exclude Mayor LaKine from the items that are identified in his disclosure.
I would like to make a motion that the disclosure of potential conflict of interest of Mayor LaKine be accepted and Mayor LaKine be excluded from consideration, discussion, and voting on items 4A and 5A as listed on the meeting agenda.
Second. A motion and a second. Ms. Erickson?
Councilmember Chronic,
Yes.
Councilmember Romanello,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem King,
Yes.
Councilmember Kimple,
Yes.
Councilmember Abbott,
Yes.
and Mayor LaKind.
Mr. Cole, I don't vote on that, do I?
Correct. You should abstain from that.
Abstain.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, that said, I will leave. Have a good meeting.
Okay, next item on the agenda is executive session. Do we have any discussion prior to voting on going into executive session?
Yes, I'd like to make a statement. This is Councilmember Chronic. I would like to suggest that this council follow the advice of our incredibly competent attorney and without going into executive session, vote to give Kelly Elliott and her attorney the invoice sought that provides proves no taxpayers' dollars were spent to personally aid Mayor LaKind. By performing this act in agreement with Mayor LaKind, I sincerely hope that Kelly Elliott ceases her attacks on the town and the associated tens of thousands of taxpayers' dollars spent each time another failed attempt is made to justify the pursuit of a $2,500 honest mistake that was legally cured prior to her initial call for an investigation that began last year. I'm sure Kelly will be happy to publish the document and show every monument taxpayer how their money had to be spent on this matter to defend and protect the town. And to be transparent, this invoice represents only a fraction of taxpayers' dollars spent as a result of Kelly Elliott's attempts to besmirch the election, current council, the mayor, and town staff, all to ultimately show there was not then and is not now a nefarious move afoot to cover any illegal act or expenditure. Let's vote to present the invoice without town redactions and, unless Kelly continues to pursue this, end this unfortunate chapter in Monuments history. Kelly Elliott started this debacle. Let this council vote to end it so we can spend our time doing what we were elected to do, the town's business. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Chronic. With that discussion point, is there a motion to go into executive session or to waive attorney-client privilege and not go into executive session?
I don't think we need an executive session. And Mr. Cole, we don't have to go into an executive session, correct?
That's correct. If you have questions, if you want to discuss the legal issues, then we should do that in executive session. But if you're comfortable with the material that's been provided, there's no reason to take the time to go in there.
Well, then I would move to the town council waive attorney-client privilege associated with invoice number, oh my glasses, 862015 dated February 10th, 23 for the law firm of Sherman and Howard LLC, and that the invoice be provided in response to the April 7th, 2023 Colorado Open Records request from Kelly Elliott and any other applicable requests.
Do you have a motion? Do you have a second?
I second.
Ms. Erickson?
Mayor Pro Tem King,
Yes.
Councilmember Kimple,
Yes.
Councilmember Abbott,
Yes.
Councilmember Romanello.
Yes.
Councilmember Chronic.
Yes.
Thank you.
Motion passes, what is that, 5-0? Okay, had to count. Okay, item 5, discussion action item, direction regarding April 7th, 2023, open records request from Kelly Elliott.
We
Mr.
did.
Cole,
We just did that.
it's on the agenda.
Yeah.
Do we need to discuss anything more, Mr. Cole?
No, your last action did take care of that agenda item.
Okay, thank you. Then we'll move to item 6, public comments. Is there anyone from the public that would like to make a statement not pertaining to anything we talked about today?
Mr. Mayor Pro Tem,
Yes.
it would be appropriate at this point if Mr. Mayor LaKind is still present for him to
Oh.
return to the meeting.
All right, correct. We'll let them back in.
Okay, 6, public comments. Individuals attending in person may raise their hand to indicate their desire to comment. Individuals attending via Teams may raise their hand digitally to comment via connected devices. Please lower your hand when finished with your comments. Comments are limited to 3 minutes. Is there anybody here that would like to make a public comment? Randy? Please make sure you sign in too.
Oh.
Good.
So Brandy Turner, 2065 Bobcat Valley Court. Apologize for my attire, but I came from doing other important things in my life. But I thought it was important to show up for this council meeting, and as many as possible. I just want to say that I think that Councilmember Chronic is correct in that, or I hope that she's correct in that this will end the embarrassment that has come to our town. I see us in the news and in the papers and the media, and our town is better than this. Our town is better than people making silly accusations about letters that the mayor didn't know about. Instead of just saying, hey, Mayor, I didn't know if you were aware of this. Let's have a conversation. I'm very disappointed in the way that some town citizens have been treating our town in the way that they're making us look poor. We're better than that. I hope this is over. I hope that this doesn't continue to go on with our community. And I think the best way for any situation to be resolved is to always talk about it. So I think council is probably open to this. If anybody has questions, concerns, things that they want to have addressed, I'm sure you guys are open to speaking about it. I am. So I would invite anybody out there who would have an issue to please start there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Given that there's no one else in the room, we'll move to online. Is there anybody online who would like to make a public comment? No, Drew, no hands? Okay, and then we will close public comment and move on to number 7, council comments. Is there anybody on the council that would like to make a public comment?
I'll make a quick comment. This particular executive session was called so that we could unredact a document that was redacted by attorneys for attorney reasons, I assume. I believe that everyone up here is transparent and wants to be transparent to the public. And certain things will need to be redacted from time to time, and certain things will need to go into executive session from time to time because of pending issues that are out there. But otherwise, I believe we all want to have a policy of full transparency, and this was the right thing to do. So that is why I voted for it. That's all I have.
Okay, except you didn't go into an executive session. Okay, okay. Anybody else with a comment they'd like to make? Being none, I will look for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
I are adjourned.
Thank you and good night.
Good
Elvis
night.
has
Mr.
left the
Cole.
building, right?
Thank you.
You need these back, Tina.